Okay, we're at Fort Gaines. It's built in the early 19th century. This ground was mapped in the early 16th century by the French. The French landed here, gave it its name, Dauphine Island. This is interesting to me because this is this typical design for the time, but what we don't see is the area between the moat. I mean, obviously there's water running on the outside of the fort, but there's no other walls to it, so we haven't seen that yet. It's pretty windy. The audio is probably jacked up. We're going into the Sally Port now. We have to go through the visitor center, the museum, or whatever, the bookstore. We're going to do that.
Okay, we're good with. Okay. Here.
We drug you along on this journey.
So are there?
I guess the video didn't stop, but anyway. So we got to see the bookstore. It wasn't intentional. Okay, so this is the parade ground of the fort. It's about the size of Fort Morgan, roughly. So much closer to the sea. There's a period event going on right now, so there's period people all over the place. Unfortunately, I don't have any of this to myself. Again, we see over here in the distance, we see the Spanish-American War installation, battery they've done in all these forts. One of the more compelling things to me about this site is that we actually have the exact anchor that flew on Farragut's flagship battle in Mobile Bay in '64. This is an actual. Very seldom do we get to see these kind of artifacts. And again, we're wondering why this is out in the elements, but powers that be choose to display it this way. It's a very cool thing. Hopefully the audio is not too messed up here, but let's see what we can do. Typical all these forts. The inner buildings, which we hadn't seen a lot of those. So far. We're going to go up on top and see what we can see there. This is unique. We have a museum inside of the 19th century Spanish-American War portion of the fort. Tell some of the tales, some of the artifacts. This is a foot mat from the Hartford, which was the flagship of Farragut in the battle. That's very cool. See that. 21st Alabama Infantry. Got a Fed soldier here. This is a fireplace. The ship that was to have made led the way into the bay was called Tecumseh, and it led the way, struck a mine, and sank within minutes, taking most of the crew down with them. There's an honest to goodness jacket. Nice, very cool. Here we have some bayonets. We're not sure what exactly is, all of this is from the period, but we don't know, whether it's from here or not, from the battles that fought around here. There's a grape shot. That's a big ass grape shot. Moving for ships. The ones for personnel were much smaller, basically less than the size of golf balls. Period dressing for women. Well, there's a copy of the Alabama Secession Ordinance. Pretty cool. This Fort Gates was one of the last brick forts ever completed. I wasn't aware of that. I thought it was before the others, so I have to redo my research on that. I was definitely under the impression it was predated the others from what I had read, but apparently I misread it, so go back and reread it. Ginormous piece of equipment of some sort. The stairs of the Spanish-American War portion of this fort. Let's see what we can see of the bay, and of course the audio is going to go to crap up here.